Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about moonology. That's right, we have a new moon in the sign of Leo, August 8th through August 15th, and this is going to bring up some emotions for us. Always moons do, but this one is more about kind of setting our intentions of what we want to bring into us. Let's talk about the new moon. The new moon is all about taking advantage of the energy that's coming off of that new moon, and what do we want to create in our lives? What is it new that we want to create in our lives that's going to come around just in that last quarter moon that was going to be hitting us in a few weeks? So it's like, what do you want to create? What do you want to say, I've accomplished this? What are those things that you really want to do? Now, the sign of Leo is going to kind of bring in this desire for praise and admiration. So make sure that there's a balance in what you're asking for. Make sure that there's not just praise for you, but there's hopefully praise for everybody, or praise for a group of people. It does make it a little bit easier when you're not just focused on you, although the sign of Leo is all about pride and being known for or recognition of things that you've accomplished. So it's can be one-sided, but it's better if you kind of push it into everybody gets their accolades, everybody gets their pat on the back. So it makes it much nicer and much easier for us. So I just want you to understand, it can bring this up, and it can also bring up this fear of criticism, of other people judging us for things that we know that we're not really good at. And it's one of those, anytime that happens, it's one of those, it's important that we understand that it's really feedback for us to use to improve ourselves. A lot of people take it the wrong way, and a lot of people take it as, oh my gosh, they don't like me, or they don't love me, or they don't want me. It's one of those, or they're trying to hold me down. And that's really not what it's about. It's really about stepping into your highest self. And sometimes we really need that input from other people around us to give us that information, to gift us that information, and go, maybe this is not the best thing to do, or maybe you should try about this or something else. So make sure that you're open to all those sides, and make sure that you're sharing your praise with other people. So now let's get into some angel cards to get us a little bit deeper insight, to get us more information about what's coming up around us. So the first card that pulls up is Serenity. Find a very peaceful place. When you are trying to goal set or think about what you want to bring in, it's really important that you really think about what kind of peace, what's going to bring you peace? Where do you want to go with this? What is the information that's out there, and what is the information bringing you? And get in a very peaceful place, or meditation would be a great one to kind of draw in what you want to bring in over the next 30 days or so. So just know that it's really important to do that. Let's pull our next card for us. This is all about study. Sometimes when we are looking at our goals, we don't always look at all sides of it, and kind of like, is there something that we can study that pertains to our goals? Maybe it's a class, or maybe a video, or something to give us a deeper insight to what we want to draw into us. The more we do our study now, the easier it's going to be later on, or less confusion, or less stress about things, because we're going to feel like, wow, I've done the research, so I know what the next step is. When we don't do our research, or we don't understand something, that's when we bring in a lot of heavy negative energy, and that would bring up kind of our fear of criticism of, well, of course you didn't study enough, or you didn't do this. It's one of those. So study and make sure that you're ready for that. Listening is really important for so many different areas of our lives. Listening is something important, and I know it was in the last moon sign as well. So if you're getting this again, make sure that you're really listening, and you're taking time to hear the other person, not just giving your answer, but make sure you're really, really listening with your heart, and make sure that you're drawing that energy to you. The last card for us is Truth and Integrity. When we bring up what we want, what is the truth of where you want to go in your world? Where do you want to accomplish in the next 30 days or so? What is the truth of that? And the integrity, doing the work behind it. So many people tell me, like, I want this or I want that, but are they willing to do the work? Most of the time not. They just want it to be handed to them, or gifted to them, like, oh, this is exactly what you want. That sounds like a lot of fun, but you learn so many amazing life lessons along the way. Don't skip part of the journey. Don't skip it. It's so much better to learn along the pathway, so that you can bring yourself to a new healed state, and hopefully not only heal yourself, but heal other people around you as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.